With Mikel Arteta leaving out Pierre Emerick Aubameyang for disciplinary reasons, the Gabonese being bang out of form, and now massive questions over his Arsenal captaincy, are we witnessing the end of Aubameyang's Arsenal career? Also, which young French central midfielder looks set to be available for a free transfer? And let's find out what Charles Watts has said about Dominic Calvert Lewin. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Babs14 and welcome back to your boys channel. As per, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video, and also do subscribe to your boys channel if you guys are new, because we are indeed on the road to 70,000 subscribers. But let's get into the Arsenal news, and let's start off with the captain, Pierre Emerick Aubameyang. He was left out of the matchday squad in the last game, and Mikel Arteta before the game dropped an absolute bombshell, saying he dropped the Arsenal captain due to disciplinary reasons. But why exactly was the captain disciplined in the first place? Well, as David Ornstein is reporting, Aubameyang went to get his mother from France. He returned later than expected. There was confusion over a COVID-19 test. He was then sent home from training ground and told to stay away on Friday. Personal reasons wise, Aubameyang had to go to France. Arsenal understood that they gave him permission. But in terms of the current world of the whole COVID-19 pandemic, there are very strict protocols when it comes to players and testing. And so whether it was a misunderstanding on Aubameyang's behalf, him being late caused Arsenal quite a few issues when it came to the whole COVID-19 testing protocols. And in terms of lateness, this is not the first time off for Pierre Emerick Aubameyang. Rewinding to last season against Tottenham Hotspur, he was left out of the first team squad because he was once again late to the game. And so Mikel Arteta is not saying to Aubameyang, give me 10 out of 10 performances, give me goal after goal. All he is asking from his captain here is to simply be on time. And the same report by The Athletic, they also say there are two camps in the club. Those who believe this is a display of strong management, and others who feel the affair was an unnecessary case of airing dirty laundry in the public. The fact that Mikel Arteta came out and made his public information that it was disciplinary reasons, there are quite a few people that are opposed to why Arteta did that. A lot of fans are saying, why exactly did Arteta air out his captain so publicly? But in terms of your boy's opinion, I don't disagree with it. For years and years, us Arsenal fans had a go at Arsene Wenger for being too protective of his players. We wanted a manager that was a bit more stern and would say it as it is. And so in terms of Arteta, for me, he hasn't outed Aubameyang. He was asked a very simple question, he gave an honest response, didn't go into the details and kept it moving. Us Arsenal fans want to see Arsenal breed this competitive environment behind the scenes. How exactly are we meant to do that when our captain is turning up late time and time again? He has to be held responsible. This guy is not a child, and when you're earning over £300,000 a week, the least you can expect is turn up on time. But what do you guys make of Mikel Arteta making a public knowledge that he dropped Aubameyang due to disciplinary reasons? Do you guys agree with the approach, or do you guys disagree? This video has been kindly sponsored by the guys at OneFootball. OneFootball is the app when it comes to staying up to date with the beautiful game. Now, whether that be staying up to date with the latest transfer news, maybe staying up to date with the team's latest fixtures, or even things like lineups, goal alerts, and live match updates. To put it simple, if you are a fan of football, you need OneFootball. Well, that sounds amazing, Babs, but how much does this app cost? Well, this is the beauty of OneFootball. You can access all their great features for the price of absolutely nothing. Yes, the app is available for free, and so make sure to hit the first link down below in the description and download the OneFootball app. Not only do you guys get access to a great app, but you're also helping your boys channel out massively, so for that, a gargantuan thank you from me to you. But straight away, follow this into the reports in Spain are claiming that Pierre Emerick Aubameyang would be willing to join Xavi's project at Barcelona. Does Aubameyang now want to leave Arsenal? Would Arsenal want to sell Aubameyang? And also in terms of Aubameyang to Barcelona, this has always been a thing behind the scenes. Every single year, Barca get linked to Pierre Emerick Aubameyang, and so the fact that he's not in favour of Arsenal, and Arsenal have also made it clear they want to sign a brand new replacement centre forward. I don't expect Aubameyang to leave as soon as January, but at the same time, I am not surprised by these reports that are coming out. He is the club's highest earner, he's the club captain, and ask yourselves the question, is he our best player at the club right now? Is he performing at the level on the pitch? And also in terms of captaincy, is he playing like a captain? Is he setting a great example for the Arsenal young players? But talking about his captaincy, quite a few Arsenal fans and reporters are now asking the question, should Mikel Arteta strip Aubameyang of the Arsenal captaincy? Well, in terms of ex-Arsenal player Martin Keown, he says what Arteta needs to contemplate is how damaging it could be to change the captaincy in the middle of a season. Doing it mid-season seems disruptive. It risks being too much of a distraction. You know what, I can completely understand what Martin Keown means here. Arsenal have a young squad that's under massive pressure from the Arsenal fan base. And so in terms of the questions over Aubameyang's captaincy, as much as I understand them, at the same time the stripping of the captaincy for me could be a massive distraction for this young Arsenal team, which is simply don't require. Keown says dropping him Aubameyang from the matchday squad might be the kick up the backside needed. This could act as a final warning for Aubameyang, and then Arteta can address the issue of who needs to be his captain in the summer. But yeah, in terms of the long-term Arsenal captain, I just don't think Aubameyang is that guy. I don't think he's the leader on the pitch, and he most certainly isn't the example that I want to have for the young and impressionable Arsenal players. But in terms of Arsenal's next captain, according to reports, the main three candidates to potentially replace Pierre Emerick Aubameyang as the Arsenal captain are Aaron Ramsdale, Ben White and Gabriel. Ramsdale and White are both new signings, and likewise Gabriel of course signed last season. But in terms of Ben White, I just don't see him as a captain with all due respect. In terms of Ramsdale, I do see a lot of signs of leadership and I think he is a great character, but the fact that he's still 23 and he's just signed for the club, I think given the captaincy is just a bit over the top. But talk to me about Gabriel Magalhaes as Arsenal's captain. I said it in yesterday's video, I think Gabriel is slowly developing into an Arsenal leader. He's becoming more and more vocal and more commanding. He is very consistent, he is very reliable, and he seems like a player that other young Arsenal players could go to when the going gets tough. But of course, you've also got other options like Kieran Tierney as well. I think it's only right that I ask you guys to answer the question down below in the comments. If it came down to you guys, would you replace Aubameyang as the Arsenal captain? And if so, which Arsenal current player should be the next Arsenal captain? Charles Watt on Arsenal's plans for the next summer transfer window. One or possibly two attackers. Certainly a central midfielder as well, and that will be sort of the priority positions. I can't see it being another summer where they go out and sign 6 players. It will be quality over quantity. In terms of last summer, I think Arsenal acquired the entire squad overall. But in terms of the next transfer windows, I want to see Arsenal prioritize quality, and that's what Charles Watt is saying here. Players that are more at the peak of their powers, that can have an instant impact and ultimately act as level raisers in his current Arsenal team. But talking about potential big signings, let's talk Dominic Calvert Lewin, because as Charles Watt says, he's recently changed agents. I think he will be looking for a move. It wouldn't surprise me if he was right at the top or very close to the top of Arsenal's list of new strikers in the summer. So Charles Watt saying that Calvert Lewin is an Arsenal target and potentially a top Arsenal target, and as your boy has always said, I can completely understand it. Arsenal want the brand new striker who's entering his peak of his powers, and in terms of Calvert Lewin, 24 years of age and England international, he's got the perfect amount of Premier League experience as well as also a point to prove in the long term. For me, the more I think about it, the more it makes sense for Arsenal to sign a striker like Dominic Calvert Lewin. And of course, if Arsenal were to sign him, he would be an Aubameyang replacement. So I'm going to ask you guys another question to answer down below in the comments. Who would be your ideal Pierre Emerick Aubameyang long-term replacement? Is it potentially Everton's Dominic Calvert Lewin? Okay, let's move on and let's talk Folarin Balogun, an Arsenal star boy playing in the academy, and he has been on absolute fire. And on that, as Arsenal say, introducing your Premier League 2 Player of the Month, Folarin Balogun, a massive congratulations. Balogun earns the award after scoring 6 goals and producing an assist in 4 matches across all competitions. Just watch the goals this guy is scoring, the way he's playing for the academy, and you guys can have a look for yourselves. Here's a bit of skill that he's posted today on his Twitter. He is taking the absolute mick out of his players. He's violating them left, right and centre. The skills, the flair, the power, the pace and the finishing, he's once again proving time and time again he is above the academy level. At this point, I'm starting to feel sorry for the other youngsters. This guy's dunking on them. It can't be great for their confidence. But yeah, in terms of Arsenal, as David Ornstein was reporting, Arsenal looks set to loan out Folarin Balogun in the upcoming transfer window. Aubameyang's got his issues. Like as it for me, isn't Arsenal's go-to number 9. And in terms of Eddie Nketiah, he's made it clear he doesn't want to stay at Arsenal. So why not give a chance to Folarin Balogun when the opportunity arises? But if it came down to you right now watching this video, would you prefer to see Arsenal loan out Balogun in January, or potentially give him a chance in the first team instead? William Saliba on his future says, I prefer not to speak about my future, but I am very good here at Marseille. I don't regret my decision. I have been very happy since day one. I have 1 year here and I'm going to give my all. In terms of these quotes, I haven't really learnt anything new that I didn't already know. As Fabrizio Romano has confirmed in the past, Arsenal want to bring William Saliba back, and even though he has been on fire for Marseille and very consistent, what else is Saliba really meant to say? If he comes out and says yes, I'm coming back to Arsenal, it's great for Arsenal fans, but in terms of his current club Marseille, their fans might start questioning him, saying, are you not focused on the current? If anything, these quotes kind of confirm to me that he's very focused on his current spell at Marseille. He's developing game by game, gaining more and more experience, and every time I watch his player play, I see a potential star there. 20 years of age now, bro. There's a reason why they nicknamed him the Mbappe of centre-backs. Keeping it in Marseille, according to The Athletic, Boubacar Kamara has decided not to agree on a contract at Marseille and will leave as a free agent next summer. In terms of Arsenal, they've made it clear they want to sign a brand new central midfielder, and in terms of players in January, they're gonna be very expensive. So at 22 years of age, Kamara Kamara does fit the profile that Arsenal require in central midfield. I believe he is a defensive midfielder who can play as a 6, which is perfect for Arsenal in their pivots, and he's also versatile enough to play as a centre back. But most importantly, the fact that his contract is expiring and he wants to leave Marseille might be forced to sell this player as soon as the next window for a cut-free price. And if that was to be the case, it could be the perfect opportunity for our club, Arsenal Football Club. But to any of the fans that have watched the young Frenchman play Boubacar Kamara, let me know your thoughts on the player, and is he a guy that you guys want to see Arsenal Football Club sign? Okay, then let's move on to the other Arsenal news today. And starting off with a certain young English Arsenal winger out on loan, I am talking Reiss Nelson, who a few days ago scored his first goal for Feyenoord. Nelson's Arsenal contract is set to expire next summer, so he signed an Arsenal extension prior to going out on loan. Now, since going to Feyenoord, he hasn't really started as many games, but in the specific game for Feyenoord in the UEFA Conference League, he was on fire. I believe he is now 22 years of age, so in terms of Arsenal, if he wants to make it, he needs to find form in Feyenoord. He needs to play more consistent minutes. If he can do very well in the Eredivisie, then potentially he can catch the eye of the Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta. But is he more of a winger or is he more of a number 10? That for me is a debate that needs to be had. Talking about Arsenal loanees, according to reports in Italy, Lucas Torreira has convinced everyone at Fiorentina, and the Serie A club want to sign him permanently, with talks set to start soon. Of course, we have spoken about Lucas Torreira very recently on this channel, and yeah, he is doing very well at Fiorentina. And of course, when they signed him from Arsenal back in the summer, I believe they do have an option to buy. But of course, in terms of Fiorentina, they do have a certain striker that Arsenal might want to sign, and that being a certain Serbian in Dusan Vlahovic. In terms of Arsenal, they certainly seem to have a connection with Fiorentina. If they could convince Vlahovic to sign for Arsenal, then potentially Lucas Torreira, then let's keep an eye on Lucas Torreira, because he could be a very important part of any potential transfer. It's been officially confirmed that Anthony Taylor has been appointed for referee for Arsenal's game against West Ham. A massive, gargantuan, must-win game on Wednesday against a very good team in West Ham at the Emirates Stadium. It's going to be a very interesting game. And in terms of West Ham having dropped points yesterday against Burnley, if Arsenal were to beat West Ham, Arsenal would go above them and potentially into the top 4. So the fact that Arsenal have the joint best record in the Premier League when it comes to home games, and in terms of West Ham, they have not won in any of their last 3 away games. Arsenal Football Club, Mikel Arteta, the players, all I'm saying here is an opportunity here to take advantage of. Please, for love of God, don't fumble it. But what are your guys' thoughts going into this West Ham game, and do you guys think Arsenal can do the business? But that is the video there. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. If you would like to follow your boy on them social medias, then the links will be down below in the description. But yeah, that was the latest Arsenal news today. The captain Aubameyang is under pressure. Will Mikel Arteta bring him back against West Ham? We're gonna have to wait and see. But until then, I will see you guys later in a bit.